You ever have one of those moments where your stomach drops before your brain catches up? Like when your phone rings at 11:47 at night, and the person on the other end says something so strange, so impossible, that your whole body goes cold. Because that's exactly what happened to me. The woman on the phone said, "Hi, I think we're engaged to the same man." I laughed. Actually laughed. Because my husband Ethan was asleep next to me. Right there. Breathing beside me. Wearing his wedding ring. But 30 minutes later, I wasn't laughing anymore. Because she started telling me things nobody else should have known. My name is Sarah. I'm 34 years old. I work as an office manager at a physical therapy clinic outside Chicago. I'm not somebody who lives for drama. I pay bills on time. I buy groceries on Sundays. I watch crime shows while folding laundry. Normal life. And for 6 years, I thought I had a normal marriage. Turns out normal can be the best disguise a lie ever wears. The life I thought I had. Ethan and I met at a friend's barbecue. Nothing dramatic. No movie moment. No fireworks. He was standing near the grill complaining about burnt burgers. I laughed. He looked at me and said, "At least somebody appreciates my suffering." That was it. Simple. Easy. Comfortable. And comfort can be dangerous. Because comfort makes you stop asking questions. 3 years later we got married. Bought a house in the suburbs. Started talking about kids. Life looked exactly how people tell you success should look. Nice house. 2 cars. Weekend trips. Holiday photos. But here's something nobody tells you. A picture can smile while a relationship dies behind it. At first I ignored little things. Ethan suddenly putting passwords on everything. Late meetings. Business trips. Walking into another room to answer calls. Then came the explanations. Work is crazy. Big client. Deadlines. Stress. You hear something enough times. You stop hearing it. Question for you. Have you ever ignored something because the truth felt scarier than the lie? Because I did. For almost 2 years. The crack started talking one Saturday morning. I was cleaning out my car. Normal boring stuff. Receipts. Water bottles. Random junk. Then I found a restaurant receipt. Fancy place downtown. Almost $300. Now here's the weird part. Ethan hated expensive restaurants. This man once complained for 15 minutes over paying $6 for bottled water. So I asked casually, "Hey, when did we go here?" He barely looked up from his phone. "Work dinner." Boom. Instant answer. Too instant. You know that feeling. Like your brain whispers, "Wait a minute." But I pushed it away. Again. Then 3 weeks later I ran into his coworker Jason at Target. We talked for a minute. Then he said, "How was Ethan's conference in Denver?" I smiled. "Good, I think." Jason looked confused. "Denver." Pause. Long pause. I thought he was in Boston. My heart started pounding. Not fast. Slow. Heavy. Like every beat was carrying bad news. The phone call that changed everything 3 weeks later. 11:47 p.m. Unknown number. I almost ignored it. Big mistake if I had. I answered. Soft voice. Nervous. "Hi. Is this Sarah?" I said yes. Then silence. Then, "I think we're dating the same man." I laughed. Actually laughed. Because that's insane. Right. Then she said, "Does Ethan have a scar near his left shoulder?" Silence. "Does he say he wants a lake house someday?" Silence. "Did he tell you his marriage ended 2 years ago?" My entire body froze. Ended. Marriage ended. I looked over. Ethan was sleeping beside me. That woman wasn't crazy. She was crying. Because she'd been lied to too. Her name was Melissa. And she thought she was engaged. Engaged. To my husband. The next few days felt unreal. Melissa and I met for coffee. And that's where everything exploded. Photos. Messages. Hotel confirmations. Apartment searches. Engagement ring receipts. Future plans. 2 completely different lives. Same man. Here's the part that hurt most. He wasn't cheating because I wasn't enough. He was cheating because lying had become part of who he was. Big difference. People blame themselves. Was I prettier? Was I boring? Did I stop trying? No. 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 Someone willing to build two fake lives isn't searching for love. They're feeding something broken inside themselves. And here's what hit me. The biggest red flags weren't the texts, or the trips, or the excuses. The biggest red flag was how often I convinced myself not to trust my own instincts. Because your gut usually whispers before life starts screaming. 3 months later, I filed for divorce. 6 months later, I moved into a small apartment and started over. Was it scary? Absolutely. But peace feels different when you don't have to earn it. So if you've ever ignored your instincts, if you've ever made excuses for behavior that kept hurting you, I want you to remember this. Love shouldn't require you to become a detective. And if this story hit home for you, drop a comment below. What's one red flag you ignored that you wish you hadn't? Because somebody reading your answer might need it today.